Ever imagine unearthing a hidden treasure? Not like buried pirate gold, but something even more captivating. We're talking about a gemstone with a story as unique as its sparkle. You know, you sent us some articles about this whole gem hunting thing, and it sounds pretty amazing. So today, we're diving deep, no pun intended, into what makes this trend so alluring.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see how this goes way beyond just buying, a beautiful piece of jewelry.
Yeah.
We're seeing more and more of what's being called like experiential luxury. It's this desire for provenance, a personal connection to the things we value.
Okay, so let's unpack this idea of experiential luxury for a sec. What exactly does that mean when we're talking about gem hunting specifically?
Well, it's about more than just like owning something expensive, right?
Yeah.
It's the story behind it. It's that journey of discovery. Imagine unearthing a sapphire in Sri Lanka, knowing it came from the earth, from a place with its own rich history and all that.
Right.
That's just, you can't get that in some fancy jewelry store.
So it's like the thrill of the hunt, the connection to the source, knowing that no one else will have a gem with that exact same story.
Exactly. It's like you're crafting a narrative around your jewelry.
Yeah.
Speaks to that desire for individuality,
Mm-hmm.
a deeper appreciation for the objects we choose to surround ourselves with.
And speaking of crafting a narrative, these articles mention that a lot of these gem hunting experiences are carefully curated.
Oh, absolutely. There's a growing number of these expert guys, like there's one called the Gemstone Detective,
Mm-hmm.
who specialize in creating these bespoke experiences.
Mm-hmm.
They handle everything. So selecting the location based on the gem you want, navigating all the ins and outs of the hunt itself. It's pretty wild.
It's like if I'm dreaming of emeralds, we're hopping on a plane to the lush hills of Colombia.
You got it. And each location offers something totally unique. Colombia, with its emerald mines, the history there is as rich and vibrant as the gems themselves. And then you've got Myanmar with its legendary mines and ancient traditions for those searching for rubies, which would be incredible.
Each gem a different destination. It's like a treasure map leading to a million possibilities. But before we get too caught up in the glamour of these far-off destinations, what makes finding a gem in these specific locations so special? What's the big deal?
It goes back to the story, that provenance. Take the Hope Diamond, for example. Its value is so tied to its past, even if it's kind of dark. Similarly, a ruby found in Myanmar carries that region's mystique, the echoes of ancient kings and queens who might have prized similar stones from those exact mines. It's amazing.
So this concept of provenance, it adds a whole other dimension to the gem, right? It's like a fingerprint, making it truly one of a kind.
Exactly. And that's what makes gem hunting so compelling. It's a rebellion against that mass-produced luxury, going back to individuality and storytelling through jewels.
It's interesting how something so ancient, something pulled from the earth, can feel so incredibly modern at the same time.
Yeah. It's all about authenticity these days, right?
Yeah.
That desire for something real in a world that's, often so fake.
So we've established that gem hunting's about way more than just the stone itself, right? It's the experience, the story, the connection to this specific time and place. All right, so we've talked about the allure of gem hunting, right? This desire for something more than just a rock in a glass case.
Right, exactly.
Now let's get to the good stuff, the gems themselves. These articles mention the big four. What's the deal with those?
The big four. Emeralds, rubies, sapphires, diamonds.
Yeah.
Each one, they have this unique allure about them. A history, symbolism, a whole geological story.
Let's start with emeralds, okay? There's something about that green, that lush green. What makes them so special?
Emeralds, they've been prized for millennia. The green evokes nature, vitality. It symbolizes rebirth, growth, prosperity. I think even Cleopatra, she adorned her palace with emeralds. They were a big deal.
Wow, Cleopatra, that's saying something.
Yeah, and there were even ancient civilizations that believed emeralds had, healing powers.
It's amazing how those stories, those beliefs, they get all woven into, the gem itself, It becomes more than just a pretty stone. It's almost like a talisman or something.
Totally. And with emeralds, it's even more interesting because the way they're formed, it's intense pressure deep within the earth, often found within metamorphic rocks.
Yeah, the articles mention Colombia as a big destination for emerald hunting. Why Colombia? What makes their emeralds so special?
Well, Colombian emeralds are known for their color. This really vivid green, almost like a greener green, if that makes sense.
Greener green, huh?
Yeah, it's hard to describe, but it's striking. And it all comes down to trace amounts of, chromium and vanadium, these elements that were present way back when they were formed. And the Muzo mines, those are legendary. They've produced some of the most stunning emeralds in the world.
So you've got the history, the origin story, those vibrant colors. I mean, no wonder Colombian emeralds are so sought after.
Yeah, it's a powerful combination. Now, if emeralds are the embodiment of greenery, then rubies, those are all about passion. Fiery red, power, protection.
Okay, rubies. The articles also mention Myanmar as a significant source for those. What's up with that?
Oh, yeah. Myanmar, or Burma as it used to be known, they've been like major players in the ruby trade forever. Centuries, really. And the Mogok Valley, it's legendary. They have these rubies there called pigeon's blood rubies.
Pigeon's blood rubies. Wow. That's a very specific, almost poetic name for a gemstone.
Right.
I bet those are worth a fortune.
Oh, you have no idea. The intensity of the red, the clarity, size, it all plays a role. But even beyond those factors, there's this huge historical and cultural significance. Like rubies have always been associated with royalty. You know, they've been in crowns, scepters all throughout history.
So when you hold a ruby from Myanmar, you're not just holding a gem, you're holding a piece of history. Like a symbol of power that's been around for centuries.
Precisely. And that connection to the past, that sense of continuity, that's part of what makes gem hunting so alluring.
Okay, so from the intensity of rubies, let's shift gears a bit to sapphires, those captivating blue depths, you know.
Sapphires, yeah. They always make me think of, like, serenity, wisdom, those blue beauties, what makes them so special.
Well, sapphires are often linked to loyalty, wisdom, truth, all that good stuff. And while blue is definitely the most popular color, you actually get sapphires in tons of different hues. Pink, yellow, orange, green, even this purplish pink one called padparacha.
Wait, sapphires can be pink. I thought they were just blue. Nope. You can find them in a whole rainbow of colors. They're called fancy colored sapphires, and they're becoming super popular because they're so rare. It all comes down to trace elements again. Iron, titanium, chromium, magnesium, all these things present during their formation, and bam, different colors.
Wow, that's incredible. It's like each sapphire has its own little secret.
Right. And speaking of secrets, let's talk about diamonds for a minute. Most people, they think about sparkle, brilliance, all that. But the way diamonds are formed is fascinating.
Okay, diamonds. Can't talk about gems without mentioning diamonds, right? They're like the icons of sparkle. What's the geology behind those? What sets them apart? Diamonds. They're like the symbol of luxury, right? Permanence. Tell me more about how these things are formed.
So diamonds, they're pure carbon, which is crazy to think about. They crystallize under, like, insane pressure way down in the Earth's mantle.
The mantle. Wow, that's deep.
Yeah, and that's why they're so durable. They're the hardest natural substance out there, you know? Nothing can really scratch a diamond.
Makes sense. So they're beautiful, they're resilient, they last forever. No wonder they're so prized. One of the articles mentions South Africa for diamonds. Why is that place so special for diamond hunting?
South Africa is huge in diamond history. Some of the biggest, most famous diamonds came from there. Like, ever heard of the Cullinan diamond?
Vaguely remind me.
It was massive. Anyway, it's found in South Africa. They have these geological formations there, kimberlite pipes, perfect for diamonds to form.
It's pretty amazing when you think about it. These gems, they're like little pieces of the Earth's history, like holding billions of years in your hand.
Exactly. And that connection to something so much bigger than ourselves, that's part of what makes gem hunting so powerful, I think.
That's a really good point. So we've covered a lot of ground here about gem hunting, the stories, the connection to the Earth. What's your final thought for our listeners? Like, if someone's thinking about going on their own gem hunting adventure, what should they keep in mind?
You know, it's more than just a luxury experience. It's a journey. It's about discovering something rare, meaningful, connecting with history, with the Earth, and then you have this tangible piece of that wonder.
Yeah. A piece of wonder. That's a great way to put it. Well, thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the world of gem hunting. We've gone from those Colombian emerald mines to rubies in Myanmar, those blue sapphires, and of course, those dazzling diamonds.
It's been my pleasure.
We hope this has sparked your curiosity. Maybe you'll even go on your own gem hunting adventure someday. Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, keep seeking out those hidden treasures that make life so fascinating.